Hey, Shalom. All praise, glory, and honor going to the Most High Power Yahweh in the name of His beloved Son Yahweh Shai. Double honors onto the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that do rule exceptionally well. Also, Shalom salutations, mercy and blessings to all the sincere brothers that's out there that push this word with truth and with faith. All right, let me grab the scripture real quick. This is Matthew chapter 24. I think it's verse 6. Yep. All right, so Matthew's chapter 24, I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." All right, and the reason I'm bringing out the scripture is because there's a lot of things I'm going to touch on the RT app that I looked at a little earlier. And there's a lot of things concerning war, and more specifically, the thing to pay attention to right now is North Korea. All right, America and North Korea. There's a lot of activity going on right there. Okay. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." And that's the exact time that we're in. Now, as you see right here in my drawdown menu, Apostle Tahar probably touched on this, roughly uh, 3 hours ago. I haven't watched the video yet, but I plan to watch it after I'm done with this. But I want to show you brothers what I see in the news at the moment. Okay, so this is this is new right here. U.S. drops non-nuclear bomb in Afghanistan, first time use in combat. They don't have a story on it yet, but all right. So keep watching for that, because that should be more developing. Today's date, by the way, is April the 13th of 2017. Okay, so that popped up 2 minutes ago, but I want to show you brothers a couple of these articles that was just placed on here. All right, so let's see. I just saw him. Select it. Okay, we're going to get to this one right here that says riskier than striking Syria. That's about China warning the U.S. about attacking North Korea. But I want to show you brothers this. All right, because there's news out that Trump is sending an armada. Okay, where's that one at? Look, check this out. Check this one out. So this popped up. It says 15 hours ago, but it says it was still published today. So it says, "We are sending an armada, Trump ready to eliminate North Korean menace with or without China." Because the U.S., in recent news, U.S. has been asking China to pretty much get North Korea in check, right? Which the Chinese hasn't been, the Chinese government, they don't really fuck with America. So, you know what I'm saying? They haven't been making any moves or anything like that. So I guess Trump and his cabinet is ready to actually move on North Korea. It says the U.S. is looking forward to working with China to solve the North Korean nuclear threat. But while Washington is mustering its forces in the Korean Peninsula, Beijing insists on finding a peaceful solution to Pyongyang's denuclearization. Right, Pyongyang. Select Pyongyang is the capital of North Korea. It says less than a week after U.S. President Donald Trump meets with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping, the two leaders once again engaged on Wednesday, where among other things they discussed the North Korean threat. President Xi wants to do the right thing. We had a very good bonding. I think we had a very good chemistry together. I think he wants to help us with North Korea, Trump said after the meeting with NATO's chief in Washington. All right, so I'm going to skip down a little bit. It says the Chinese leader said China is committed to the denuclearization of the North Korean peninsula, but insists on preserving peace and stability. So I guess that's the situation, is that the Chinese are saying that, yeah, they admit that North Korea is a little crazy, that they are a little wild, but he wants to, because China and North Korea are allies with each other, by the way. All right. They've been allies since the Korean War, all right, where America got involved with South Korea and China was involved with North Korea. And North Korea and China they are allies to this day, all right. Um, and probably with Russia as well. I'm not sure on that, but probably North Korea and Russia is probably allies as well. Um, China's saying that they want to keep peace, all right. But mind you, what's going on in the South China Sea? See, this is what's crazy. All right, you got Donald Trump going saying that he's good with all these different leaders. He's good with Putin and he's good with Xi. You know, he's saying that he's good with all these leaders. Yet at the same time, America is still uh, doing acts against those countries, such as China and the South China Sea, with the islands that they've built and placed military bases on. America is still pushing towards getting China out of that area. And then with Russia, I mean, there's all different types. They just opened a whole new batch of sanctions on Russia just recently, you know. But yet, as you see in this article here, this headline here says that up here, where'd it go? U.S. and Russia will work out fine. All right. Trump promises lasting. What it reads is Trump promises lasting peace. Okay. So you got a whole bunch of backdoor deals going on where these countries are against each other. Yet the forefront, the what's getting told to the news and getting told to the people is that everything's fine. And that's why the scriptures say, when they shall say peace and safety, right? When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon you. All right, what scripture is that? That is Salak. One second, brothers. When they shall say peace and safety, that's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. So let me grab that real quick. Since I quoted it, might as well grab it. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. All right, it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." All right, when a woman is pregnant, she can't do nothing once that labor starts. All right, once those contractions start, you know, she can't do nothing to stop that baby from coming. That baby is coming, man. All right, and she doesn't know the exact moment when it's going to come. The doctor will give her a due date to where she can expect it to be somewhere around that time. But say the due date is for April the 13th, and or actually let's say it's for April the April the 20th, right? And then it be here today, April the 13th, and she start having that contraction. She can't stop it. You know, she can't be like, well, hold on, it's supposed to be on April the 20th, right? Nah, it's going to come on April the 13th. Whenever those contractions start and it's serious, you know what I'm saying? When she goes into that labor pain, ain't nothing she can do to stop that baby from coming, man. All right, and that's the exact same thing that it's going to be. That's why it reads, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, like a woman, like travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape," man. All right, so in the news, they're giving you all different type of peace. They're speaking about a lot of peace. All right, where was that article again? They're speaking about a lot of peace. U.S. and Russia will work out fine. Trump promises lasting peace, right? But as the scriptures say, it's going to be sudden destruction, man. All right, it's going to be a lot of sudden destruction. It says, despite tensions between the global superpowers, U.S. President Donald Trump has promised that things will work out fine between the USA and Russia. And guess what, man? This guy, Donald Trump, has promised a lot of things, all right? He holds good on some of his promises, and then other promises he doesn't hold so good on. Like, he promised that the U.S. would not be the police of the world anymore. And guess what? He's going more and more into defense. Why is he pumping more money into defense if he's not planning on actually doing that? And that's what I'm saying about with this going down with the U.S. or I'm sorry, with North Korea. All right, and let me get back to that article. The Armada sending the Armada to eliminate North Korea, the North Korean menace with or without China. Okay, so that's happening right now. They're sending warships over there to go. They're sending the Navy over there to the Korean Peninsula, and they've been doing a lot more defense markups in South Korea. They've been building up the defense in South Korea, putting in anti-missile defense systems, sending more troops, all of that. Okay, so here's another article. Says North Korea could have Syrian or sarin tipped missiles. All right, the sarin gas. It's a chemical agent. All right, that pretty much tears you up. All right. It says North Korea could have sarin-tipped missiles, Japan MP says, ahead of Pyongyang's big event. All right. North Korean missiles may be capable of delivering sarin nerve gas, says Japan's prime minister, amid concerns that the hermit state may respond to the U.S. naval buildup in the region ahead of the 105th birthday of its late ruler Kim Il-sung. All right. So that's well, I guess this is a short article. I'll read this whole one. It says, speaking to lawmakers, U.S. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, and Salak, if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, said there's a possibility that North Korea already has the capacity to equip missile warheads with sarin projectiles, according to Nikkei Asia Review. And Salak, if I'm pronouncing that wrong as well. It says he maintained that Pyongyang is rapidly improving its nuclear and missile technology, urging the international community to stay united and make a drastic change in the way North Korea moves toward a dangerous road. And so even Japan's along with U.S. on this, because if you remember, I think a couple weeks ago, North Korea sent missiles. It was testing missiles that was landing in the Sea of Japan. All right, and Japan didn't like that very much. They said that their aircraft and their ships could have got struck by that shit. So North Korea and Japan is not on good terms. All right, so that caused Japan to be in alliance with America on that. All right, it says Abe said the Japanese self-defense force has no emergency plan in the regard, but stressed the deterrent of U.S. He said, but stressed the deterrent of U.S.-Japan alliance. All right. So this word deterrent, let's go ahead and look that up. Deterrent. So let's get this word. It says a thing that discourages or intended to discourage someone from doing something. So it said it's a deterrent between the U.S. and Japanese alliance. All right. So Japan is with America as far as saying that something should be done about North Korea, but they're not actually wanting to be in alliance with America. Remember, America bombed the shit out of Japan in World War II. They're the only ones that ever used nuclear weapons actually in warfare. Okay, America's the only ones that use nuclear weapons in warfare, and that's what they did to Japan with Hiroshima and Nagasaki, with Fat Man and Little Boy, or something around Fat Boy or Little Man, something like that. All right, so let's look at another one. All right, more recent. All right, it says this is just something to mention as well. Just something to mention. It says Trump's strong dollar warning send U.S. currency tumbling. All right. President Donald Trump has triggered a sharp decline in the U.S. dollar by criticizing the currency's strength on the back of increased confidence in his presidency. I think our dollar is getting too strong, and partially that's my fault because people have confidence in me. So this guy's tooting his own horn, man. It says, but that's hurting. That will hurt ultimately, says the U.S. president, as quoted by the Wall Street Journal. So that's just something to look into, but it doesn't really pertain to this lesson too much. I want to get one more article that I saw that's based on the U.S. and North Korea. That's it's pretty heavy, and this is nope, that's not it. Salak, that's not it. It says this one. Where'd it go? Salakia, bear with me as I find it. It was China warning against China warning against the U.S. from striking North Korea. Said it would be riskier. And there it is. Okay, so Salakia, I found it. It says riskier than striking Syria. Beijing, which is the capital of China, warns U.S. against attacking North Korea. All right, it says China has warned the U.S. against using military force against North Korea after a surprise redeployment of an aircraft carrier group. Washington's regional allies said they expect it to consult with them. They expect it to consult with them before any action. All right, speaking about that aircraft carrier group, meaning more than just one ship, it says tension is mounting in the region as U.S. President Donald Trump said he would solve the North Korean problem with or without China's help. The warning came amid the diversion of the aircraft carrier group USS Carl Vision to the Korean Peninsula, and a week after Trump ordered the U.S. Navy to fire a barrage of 59 Tomahawk missiles at a Syrian airbase as punishment for an alleged chemical attack in Idlib province. All right. It says responding to U.S. belligerence, Beijing called against using force against Pyongyang. Military force cannot resolve the issue, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi told reporters in Beijing. Amid challenge, there is opportunity. Amid tensions, we will also find a kind of opportunity that to return to talks. All right. So again, China's pushing that they don't use military force against North Korea. All right. And that's pretty much the point. You can find all these articles that I brought out on RT.com. All of them was produced. Well, the date for all of them is produced for April 13th, 2017. But that's pretty much the point, man. Hey, keep your eyes on the news, especially, and keep your ears sharp for this North Korean thing, because that's a live action thing going on right now. So there might be something that pops off, and if the U.S. does indeed attack North Korea, then that's just going to reopen that war, because the U.S. and North Korea are technically still at war. They're at a standstill. All right, I think it's called what is it? A Artemis or a Artemis. Let me see. Artemis. I don't know if that's the correct word or not. No, it's not Artemis. That's a fucking Greek god. It's Amethyst. It's some A word. Salakia, the word actually slips my mind right now. But you know, they're at a standstill, man. They're at war, but both sides are just pretty much at a standstill where they're not attacking each other. But North Korea and South Korea are technically still at war. And South Korea being at war means the U.S. is at war, because the U.S. joined South Korea in that war. And if America does attack North Korea, that's going to pull China in it, because China is backing North Korea. So hey, everything could get popped off based off of those little things right there, man. Okay? So hey, keep your eyes on the news, and keep your ears sharp for this North Korean situation that's building up, man. All right, I want to say again, all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High Power Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that do rule exceptionally well, and then shalom citations Mercy and blessings to the sincere brothers out there pushing this word with truth and with faith. Until next time, shalom.